What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sergeant Moose here, back with another The Texas Chain Saw Massacre video. And in today's video, guys, we have another patch in the works set to release on September 12th. We're going to talk about it. They did release the patch notes for it. We're going to go over those, guys. And one thing I want to say is that Gun is heads down at work to bring this game up to a level of which they envisioned. So, first things first, of course, as most of you know, this most recent patch unfortunately alienated the PC community away from the console community of the game temporarily, just to wean out hackers, cheaters, exploiters, things like that. And it appears that that's going smoothly, but now we're ready for a second patch, and Gun has released the details on what to expect come September 12th. So, I'm going to talk about some of the big changes first that I was actually interested to see what was going to happen, and it turns out that it is. So, one of the big kind of debated topics between family members and even victims is the battery start at the match. So, as most of you know, when you load into a game, the generator is already turned on by default. However, the battery is not turned on by default. You have to turn that on. Well, unfortunately, with how the meta in the game has unfortunately shifted, the victims can be out of the basement and, working on the fuse box or pressure valve or a gate, something like that, before you even have the chance to turn the battery on. Yes, guys, it is that quick. It has happened to me before. I spawned in as hitchhiker on the gas station, went to turn the battery on. As soon as I turned the battery on, and mind you, I spawned right beside it, as soon as I turn the battery on and make it out of the gate toward the middle of the map, the victims already had the fuse and they were putting it in the fuse box to get out. And that might have taken 30 seconds, possibly. So, with that said, it's going to help out tremendously on the family side to have the battery set up. And I honestly don't think that's going to be a very big balance change for the victim side either, because it's just going to give us a little bit more time to set up. But that's, for me, in this patch coming up, is the biggest change that I want to see. Now, remember the tech test, guys. Neither the generator nor the battery were started by default. Now, they both are. So, another big change that I enjoyed too, guys, they're trying to make these lobby times a little bit faster. And it seems to be working. Now, unfortunately, in this most recent patch, they upscaled the timer for matches to start to 5 minutes. Now, I believe they're moving it back to 3, but you will no longer be able to respec your character in the lobby. So if you're one of those guys that are going into for some reason, going into your character while in a lobby, respecing your entire skill tree and redoing your skill tree, which you should not by any means ever in a lobby be doing that anyway, but that is now not going to be an option. So, you'll be able to still be able to change your perks and different things like that, but you're not going to be able to respec your character, and you shouldn't be able to anyway. Next big thing, guys, I want to talk about is bone scrap limits. This is also coming for the victim side, obviously. They are going to be limited to 3 uses per pile. So, no more spamming bone scraps. I mean, you're still going to be able to because there's a lot of scraps around, but it's a fix in the works. No more spamming bone scraps over and over and over out of the same pile to take advantage of family members with that. So, and they do claim that this is one step in the terms of balancing the scrap usage and frequency. Also, guys, another big one. Cook Lock Usage XP Farm. And I can't believe I'm even saying this one, but it is going to be set to where you're not going to be able to farm the locks just by simply putting them on and off like a lot of Cook players have been doing. We have set a limiter to the amount of XP that can be earned from placing and removing locks repeatedly. You'll still receive the XP bonus for placing each of the 3 locks once. So, that's it, guys. Once you place a lock, that's it. You're going to get your XP, and there's no more taking it off, putting it back on, things like that, because I have seen countless folks just absolutely abusing this tactic, letting the victims escape, and, it's affecting the other family members as well. As most of you know, myself being a Cook main, I grinded him out pretty much entirely on stream without even thinking. I didn't even know about that when I was working on my Cook and got his ability to level 3. So, I don't know really what the reason for that is. I think that's just for people to power level. I saw a guy in the 90s today, in the level 90s today, and I was on the victim side, and he was sitting at the gas station door the entire game just doing the XP glitch, or XP exploit, I should say, with the cook, and he let me go. He just opened up the door for me and let me walk out. So that's what cooks, that's what some folks high level are doing. High player level, I shouldn't say high skill level, high player level. So, lobby timer set to 3 minutes, guys. We just talked about that. In the last patch, they did set the timer to 5 minutes from the previous 3 minutes, and they realized the community wasn't really happy with that, so they're moving it back to 3 minutes. Also, guys, continue to lobby end screen. So there was an issue where you, if you were solo or even with your friends, after the end of the match, everybody would hit X for next match, and unfortunately it would just, the timer would just keep going and it wouldn't continue to the next match. That is going to be fixed as well. Also, ladies and gentlemen, one I'm really excited about, and I know some of you are as well, is the perking up achievement or trophy for PlayStation or Xbox, PC, whatever. It is going to be fixed. That has been a bugged trophy, bugged achievement. So if you were trying to complete all of your trophies, all of your achievements, unfortunately, you probably weren't able to because the perking up achievement was glitched. Now it is fixed. So, road to platinum, baby, September 12th. Let's go, baby. That's all we're waiting on, pretty much. And that's pretty much, honestly, guys, that's pretty much it. As far as, like, massive changes coming up with next patch. Also, victims trapped in Hitchhiker. Now, me being a Hitchhiker main, I have noticed this, and I've noticed this on the victim side as well. So stepping in Hitchhiker's trap sometimes can bug your character out, and I'm talking about victim side completely. It can completely bug them out to the point to where they can't go under crawl spaces, they can't go through cracks, they have trouble interacting with things, and it pretty much ruins the whole rest of the game for them. This is a known issue. I've noticed this playing the Hitchhiker. I've seen victims try, running from me, trying to go through wall gaps, and they just can't do it. They get stuck on them, and it's also happened to me myself as victim. So, definitely a massive issue that they are going to be fixing on September 12th. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the bulk of the patch notes, and I do want to let you guys know that Gun has made it very clear that content is on the way. But they do, however, they want to work out some of these kinks, some of these issues with the cheating, the exploits, the bugs, things like that before they move on to content, which in my opinion, guys, is the right move for quality of life. They know what they're doing. They're working hard on it. Already second patch coming in. But let me know what you guys think about this video, about this patch. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For all things the Texas Chain Saw Massacre content, feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. My name's Sergeant Moose. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next one.